Day 2 of Pocono Raceway. This time it's not raining, it's not snowing, but it's still cold because there's still snow on the ground. But I got some work to do on the car. I picked up a heater from the auto parts store. One of these guys, because I'm tired of freezing, and I plugged in and it immediately blew the fuse for it. They're like in the car. So I gotta try and get under there to replace the fuse. I'm gonna check the transmission fluid level, because the transmission fluid, you know, the transmission's been kind of noisy. It's been driving okay, but it's kind of noisy, so I'm gonna check the fluid level, probably pump some more in it just to see if I can even get it a little bit overfull or something. See if that helps. And then, right, gotta put the rear bumper back together and do some zip ties on that. And then we'll get on track. We have heat. This really doesn't do a whole lot, so to be honest, this might just get shoved in my jacket as I'm driving. Like, it's plastic, so obviously it's not gonna be like super hot. Oh, it'd melt the housing. It's just a little bit of warmth. So yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Also, this is on. I don't know what's going on. I must have a short in the wiring or water somewhere, because my turn signal stays on all the time. Like, I don't know why, but it does. And it kind of like fades in and out. So yeah, there's definitely something shorted. It'll go out every now and then. It'll be fine, and it'll come back on. Yeah, that's fun. I've got super bright LED turn signals, so when it's shorted on, it's kind of blinding to people behind me. I don't know if you didn't hear that, but the noise is still there, but it seems to be quieter, so that's good. I think I just fried a bearing in the transmission. I don't know, we'll keep going. I'm on drift week, there's no reason to stop. I'll keep going till the transmission blows up, and then if I need to, I'll find a way back to Englishtown to get the truck and trailer and pick the car up. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
Oh, the car feels really good today. I like this a lot better than yesterday.
Car's feeling really, really good now that the track is dry. I'm loving this. Transmission is a little quieter. It shifts nice. I mean, no different than it was yesterday. Power feels good. Grip feels good. Although I killed a set of tires, so now I'm gonna go toss a new set on. and the car will be over gripped again. So I'm gonna get these on a heat cycle them a bit, let them cool off, and then keep going. Gotta pump them up. This track is really grippy, so we're going up to 50 PSI in the 200 tread where Ken does.
Go, 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 go. Okay.
All right, so I was like trying to do some like backies and stuff at one point. So I'm like going from third, handbrake down into second, and I didn't realize Brandon Wicknick was behind me. So he's like getting close, I didn't even realize it, and I went to go put it in second and let off the clutch, and it popped out. I didn't get it all the way to second gear. So he gave me a little love tap here. Tail light, you know, it's cracked. That's whatever. I've got more of those. My bash bar bent in, which is fine. That's what saved the car. So I'm gonna try and bend that back out. I'm gonna have to get some orange tape to go over that because my turn signals are ridiculously bright. And I'm gonna pound it out from the inside to try and get it straighter, because that's bent in just a smidge bit there. This guy right here. You can hardly tell on his car. Where did I hit? Where did we hit? I can't even. Right here. That was actually worse than I thought. Oh yeah, yours got pushed in. Mine is not bad. So I needed to add my bash bar is just a U, and I meant to add little triangulated stabilizer things like between the bash bar and the mount, and I didn't. And so that, if I would have done that, I would have saved my taillight, but that could have been a lot worse. I'm glad you're paying it. Yeah, so right there I've been like practicing backies. Oh. So I'm like chucking it, like handbrake, downshift, and I slammed it in a second and let out the clutch, and I just like popped back out of gear and neutraled it. And I was like, no! Okay, so we just had to stop and do investigating because, so after I pounded out my quarter panel there for the back corner, I decided to do a driver's meeting because somebody broke like the one rule that we had, which is don't hit the timing equipment. Yesterday, somebody hit it, they owned up to it, said, hey, yeah, my bad, yep, and they're going to pay for it. But today somebody else hit it, so now they're going to split the bill between the two of them if they can figure out who hit the timing equipment. So, I don't know. I kind of walked around and looked to see, everybody's kind of walked around like, all right, because nobody owned up to it in the driver's meeting. So they're like investigating, like, all right, who's got tire marks on their car because they're protected by tire barrier.
All right, here we go.
So after getting my tires, I went and I picked up my bumper from the side of the track because I blew it off earlier. Like first run out, it just boom, went flying off. So I think I need to add some more zip ties to mount it. But I got to zip tie it back together because it ripped back in two pieces again as soon as it hit. So my quick latches just aren't doing their job. I think that using the cheap rods was a bad idea, and they're just popping off. So I'm gonna have to add zip ties. I think I'm gonna have to add zip ties in multiple places to get it to stay on the car, and I need it to stay on the car. So yeah. Oh, also this little top lip here busted off, which is fine. It doesn't necessarily need to be there, but that piece broke off. The rest of it is pretty cracked, so I think I'm just gonna pull it off. And I guess maybe while I take a break, I'll show you what the other Devin is doing, Devin Bruce, with the Turbo Z4 here. Yesterday, he got into two collisions. Two people spun in front of him and hit pretty hard both times and bent some stuff. Now, on this side, obviously, there's some body damage. This corner, the coilover came out of the knuckle last night after we left. He used like a pinch bolt design to hold the coilover to the knuckle, and it slipped out as we're driving down the road. So we had to run back here to the track, get tools from somebody who was parked up front because they closed the track and all of our tools were inside. Get the car back up on the air, put it back in. A guy stopped, you know, this guy lived down the street, actually stopped and helped, loaned us some tools. We got it all back together. That guy wouldn't even give us any, he wouldn't let us give him money. But we got the car back together, drove to the hotel, but the coilover's bent, so put a new one on, and it still drives wonky. So he's in the middle of modding some rear control arm pieces, rear spindle pieces. Let's go over and check it out, because he's been welding stuff like all day long and hasn't been able to get to drive at all today. How's it going over here? It's going.
Just finished the second trailing arm.
Yeah.
Got it welded up, cleaning up Homeboy's TIG that he let me use. Super dope. And put it on, hopefully in the next 30 minutes. Put toe plates on it, get it aligned, and
Hopefully do some laps before the end of the day.
hopefully it sits on the ground and doesn't fall apart.
Yeah. And why again did you have to weld these? What was the deal?
So these inherently have alignment problems if you don't go to adjustable uppers and true coilovers in the rear. So you can't really get toe in without getting a whole bunch of negative camber. And obviously you don't want that for tire wear. So on top of that, when I hit the dude with the white M3 yesterday, I bent one of the hubs of the trailing arms.
Oh.
And that caused even more toe out. So even with all the offset bushings, the pockets being notched, everything, I still had like 3/4 inch toe out in the rear.
Jeez.
So I figured the only way to really do it, I'll just cut it off and move them over an inch and pull them back together. And set an alignment.
This is what he, right here, this is what he just welded, and he put a little brace on it and everything, so yeah. He already did the other side earlier.
Yep, other side's cut, welded, and installed. So, I don't know, I'll be really curious to see when I actually put the toe plates on it, when it sits on the ground, what it reads.
Yeah.
And if it's still toe out,
I mean, what if you have like 2 inches of toe in?
you know, that's unfortunate. I've got enough adjustment that I could reverse all the offset bushings and everything. It would have to be, I mean, realistically, I could probably adjust 2 inches of toe out.
Good. Okay. Cool.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
done. Let's see the other side. Oh yeah, that one there is done too. Okay. That is now 4 tires I've killed today.
All right, I think that's it for today. No real major mishaps today, which is good. It felt good to not have any problems really, except for obviously tossing my bumper off a couple of times. But the car drove really good. It felt really good. I didn't get really any tandems in today just because I've been a little cautious. Next time, we're gonna get lots of tandems in though, for sure. We're doing some sketchy stuff here to try and get my bash bar fixed so I can get my bumper on the car.